How would you like to be able to use good, professional, quality equipment at your mobile events? Let's say that you usually gravitate towards the budget stuff, but you'd really like to have some of the nicer equipment, the cool mixing board or controller, speakers, lights. You'd love to have this stuff, but you're not rich. So how could you go about acquiring them? Somebody in my last comment section accused me of being rich, because what other possible explanation could there be that I would be able to have all this cool quality equipment that I use at my mobile events? They said a lot of other things about me, but that's another video. Probably not. Look, if I were a hobbyist and I had all this cool stuff, yeah, I've got some disposable income. But I'm a working DJ. It's my trade. It's what I do for a living. The dirty secret is, unfortunately, I'm not rich. To give you an idea of how not rich I am, my newest vehicle is 20 years old. And I live in Wisconsin where things rust out. So I've got a rusty 20-year-old vehicle out there. I've got two, actually. Just because when one breaks down, I got to have a backup. And if something was totaled tomorrow, I couldn't afford to replace it. If something broke down tomorrow, I'd probably have to do the repair myself in the driveway, because for me to pay a mechanic to fix my vehicle would really put a damper on Christmas around here. So, yeah, not rich. Yet I have, quality mobile equipment. It's not the best stuff available. I mean, I'm sure there's better stuff out there, but this stuff works really well for me. How would you like to get the stuff that works best for you? I'm not here to tell you what to use. I'm not here to tell you that your budget equipment is bad. I have a few budget pieces. I showed a tablet in my video yesterday. It's an Amazon Fire tablet. I think you can get it online now for $75. It's incredibly durable, more durable than an iPad. It's running 3 gig of RAM, which is more than enough to run DJ from Algorithm, which is what I need to do with it. So it's a good choice for me, yet it's budget. So things don't have to be expensive to be good quality, right? Yeah, use whatever works for you and justify your purchases and your ways of reasoning things out however you want. I'm not here to tell you how to think or what to do. I'm only here to help, or try to help. So I'm going to try to help you get that premium stuff. Get the good quality pro stuff. There are a couple things that you're going to need to be able to do first. First thing is you have to be a working DJ. Okay? You have to be able to make money at what you're doing. You're going to have to be able to figure out what your sound and lighting objectives actually are. You can't arbitrarily go out there and just buy premium equipment and expect it to not cost you a lot of money. There's a way you can do this where it doesn't cost you any money. In fact, it can make you money. You've got to think about how this equipment is going to be used. How many lights do you need? What kind of speakers do you need? What kind of sound objectives are you trying to achieve with the speakers that you want to get? Figure all this stuff out. If you can do that, along with the willingness to learn how to use all this stuff once you get it, here's how you pay for it. You make the client do it. Let's say you had your eyes on $3,000 worth of something DJ. It could be sound, it could be lighting, it doesn't matter what it is. $3,000 investment on a set of speakers or a case of really cool lights. How do you pay for this stuff? Well, if you take 3,000 and divide it by 20, 5%, gives you $150. If you did 20 events and charged an extra $150 for each one of those events, it would add up to $3,000 and pay for your lights or your speakers or your cool controller or whatever you felt like you needed. Just for an extra $150 an event, pay for it. Now, what a person could do is work another 20 events and bank $3,000 for when this particular piece of equipment that you've bought fails, be it the speakers or the lights or whatever. So not only have you paid for your cool lights or speakers or whatever, but you've got the money in the bank to buy it again. Well, how about after that? It's profit. After 40 events, your stuff is paid for. You have enough money to buy it again if you have to. Now you can do whatever you want with that $150. That's money in your pocket. It's a way to think about it. I do it for every event that I quote. I figure out what the scope of work is, what equipment I'm going to need, and what 5% of that total equipment cost is. I tack it onto the bill with a quote along with my out-of-pocket expenses, my annual expenses, and what I want to profit. How much money do I really want to make from this event? If I'm working with a piece of equipment that I've already paid for, yet I'm charging kind of like a rental fee on it, that's all profit too. Profit's not a dirty word. Now, are you going to get rich doing this? No. None of us are going to get rich. If we wanted to be rich, we wouldn't be mobile DJs. Come on. Get real. We do something else. We do this because we love it. Right? But, yeah. You're going to have better peace of mind with better equipment, I believe. You know, things aren't going to break down on you as much. Even if they're warranted, if they've got a reputation for breaking down, then you have to go through the trouble of getting them repaired or sending them off somewhere or whatever. I don't want to go through any of that. I want stuff that I just figure is going to work. Good stuff, you know? Whether or not it's got this great warranty or not. Stuff that's just not going to fail me. Stuff that I've bench tested and I'm confident is going to work well for me at my events. Something I don't have to worry about at my events. Because I've got sound objectives out there that I feel like benefit the client, where it's not too loud, it's not hurting anybody's ears. People can still have conversations yet hear the music. There's a good hot spot on the dance floor, but conversation areas otherwise. Lights are not in anybody's eyes. These lights aren't in anybody's eyes, are they? They're not hurting anybody's eyes. That's the kind of stuff I do at events. People appreciate that. They tell their friends about that, especially when they see it done wrong. That's more events. And you can command more money that way. I don't know. I don't see premium equipment as a luxury. I see it as a necessity, much like a mechanic would, or much like a carpenter would. You don't want to use the budget tools to do this stuff. If your hobby is fine, if it breaks, who cares? But if your livelihood depends on it, I feel like the good quality stuff is the way to go. But if you feel different about it, that's fine. That's up to you. I'm just here to help. That's it. Happy Saturday to you. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.